Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Charles, the Jeans Machine, checking in. Hope you guys having a good day. Well, the Jeans Machine is no more. Kevin Samuels put some copyright strikes on my YouTube channel, so the Jeans Machine is done. But I ain't gonna let no motherfucker keep me down. So I'm starting my own channel called Charles Arnaz World, which is what you're watching right now. If you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate that. Also, I'm gonna do another channel. I'm gonna have the first 24-hour channel on YouTube, but it's not gonna be 24 hours. I'll say maybe half 24 hours because I gotta work, so I can't do this shit all the time. But it's a concept that I'm trying to put together where I'm gonna stream on YouTube almost like a network. You know how NBC, CBS, and a lot of these other channels, they, you know, like, I'm sorry, not channels, but networks that you watch on TV, they tend to stream, you know, not stream, they you know, like networks, NBC, Fox, Comedy Central, those are 24-hour-a-day channels, cable channels, right? You watch those 24 hours a day. But I'm gonna try and think, is there a YouTube channel that's 24 hours where you can watch something on YouTube different 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? It isn't it? I'm talking about a channel on YouTube that's 24 hours a day. I guess all YouTube channels are 24 hours a day, but I'm talking about consistently putting up content, streaming content for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. It's an experiment that I'm trying. I'm gonna see if I can stream 7 days straight, completely, like maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm gonna start with 24 hours. I'm gonna start with maybe 6 hours streaming. Then I'm gonna try to stream 8 hours. I'm gonna try to see if I can go 10. Then I'm also gonna try to see if I can go 24 hours of keeping people engaged on YouTube. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing on my new channel, Charles Arnaz World. That's why I'm calling it Charles Arnaz World, because it's not just clips and little, you know, little shorts that I did. I'm mad, man, because I lost 2,500 videos because of copyright infringements. I lost my whole channel. They don't play, man. So if you steal anybody's stuff, do anything to anybody's stuff, which I thought you could do that if you altered it, which I thought I altered it enough. I guess I didn't. And Kevin Samuels ass went ahead and gave me a copyright strike. So my channel is done. Jeans Machine, I don't know. It may be back in 180 days. We'll see. I don't know, but we're gonna move forward. We're not gonna let one monkey stop our show. So we're gonna keep it going. And my new channel, Charles Arnaz World. So look forward to that. That's something I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna test the waters and see if I can go a long time streaming. I'm gonna see if I can go at least 24 hours streaming on YouTube. Then I'm gonna see. It would be nice if I didn't have to work. I would be on YouTube all the time. It would be just Charles Arnaz. It would be running like an actual network, like MTV or Comedy Central or anything like that. It would be like that. That's the whole concept that I would want to do. But you know, I don't know if I can keep people engaged, you know, for that long a period of time. I mean, I don't have the budget for that right now, so it's just gonna be me. So I'm not like I have. This is just a shame. I'm over here in LA, man. LA is just crawling with people. It's starting to become unlivable. There's so many people in this damn city. It's starting to get annoying. Anyway, I want to talk about the people. Oh, you're going to hit the like button too and subscribe. I want to talk about Billie Holiday, the new Lee Daniels movie with Billie Holiday. Now, the girl who plays Billie Holiday, she did a good job. She sounds like her. I mean, I watched old videos of Billie Holiday back in the day. Oh, well, I guess back then that was called film. They didn't even have video back then. That's a long time ago. I don't know why I came down Vernon. Vernon is a horrible street. But it's called I think it's called Holiday versus the United States, something like that. But it's on Hulu. It's the new Lee Daniels movie. I forgot the girl's name who plays Billie Holiday. I think she's a young actress. She did a good job. You know, I think she captured the essence of Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday was real rough. She was a rough chick. Well, you know, she had a rough life. You know, but you know what? The movie did make me want to read the biography. I'm pretty sure there's a biography about Billie Holiday, which after watching the movie, I want to read now. Now, with that being said, the movie was just okay. You know, the movie was just okay. Movies nowadays, I don't know, something about movies nowadays, they're one and done. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that you can watch it maybe one time and you can be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like after you finish watching it, you can be finished watching it. You know, like you don't have to watch it again. You know what I mean? Like movies now don't have staying power. You understand what I'm saying? Like they don't make you want to watch. Let me go. I gotta get off the street. Trying to get out of LA is a pain in the ass. And they're doing construction, so. But it makes you not want to watch it. Like these movies nowadays, don't like you watch them once, and you know. I will say one movie that really was entertaining and that I could watch again. The Help was a good movie. That was I think that was Lee Daniels, right? No, was that Lee Daniels? No, that was The Butler. The Butler was okay too. The Butler was pretty good. I don't know if I could watch that again either though. You know, I think I might have watched that maybe twice. But if I never saw The Butler again, which is another Lee Daniels movie, I don't know who directed The Help. But Monsters Ball, which was Lee Daniels, I could watch that over and over again. That was a good movie. Precious, I can't watch Precious again. Precious was just too dirty. The film felt dirty. It was just too much. It was too dirty. It was too, you know, it was too, like, you know, a lot of times I think a lot of his movies are based on shock value, like let me shock you with this overly sex scene. Like a lot of his sex scenes are really overly sexed, and you know, I don't know if The Butler had that same thing in it, but it did have graphic, you know, like, you know, of course, you know, they showed when the Butler dad got killed, which was played by David Banner. You know, that was kind of shocking, but I mean, of course, that's how it was back in those days. You know, you talk back to a white man, he'll just blow your brains out. You know what I'm saying? He can get away with it, especially especially like during slavery days. You know what I'm saying? So he just murder you. So that, I think Lee Daniels films has a certain type of realism that a lot of films don't. Like he goes there. I will give the brother that, but I don't know, something about this Billie Holiday film. You know, it was decent. It was, you know, the costuming was beautiful. The direction seemed dope. You know, everything seemed on point. But there's something, it just, towards the end, it became all over the place. Like, it's a certain scene where she goes and sees this lady being lynched, and then the kids are crying, and the house is burnt down as a cross, you know. But basically, the movie is about the government going after Billie Holiday for making the song Strange Fruit. Now, if you don't know, Strange Fruit is like one of Billie Holiday's most controversial biggest songs. Like it was very controversial even to this day, and even for back then. Like that was like what, in the late 40s, I believe. It was very controversial because it talked about the lynching and the torture of black people back in those days before I think that was before the civil rights movement started. So it was, you know, it was very controversial. It talked about the lynching and all that kind of stuff. And the government didn't like that because it like a lot of stuff in America, it reminds white people, especially of that time, how horrible they were to black people. And they wanted everybody kind of, like, to this day, they want black people to kind of keep their mouths shut and act like it didn't happen. And, you know, we can remember the Holocaust, but don't, you know, oh, slavery was so long ago, forget about it. No, that was, I hate to say this, and I hope this doesn't offend my Jewish brothers and sisters, but that was like the Holocaust tenfold, slavery. That was just, you know, not to say, I mean, each of these events that happened, you know, in the world were both, you know, horrifying and tragic. You know, the Holocaust and slavery, both. But I think America, you know, if you had to compare which one was if somebody sit you down and say which one of these situations that happened in the world was worse, I think people would say slavery. I mean, I think, how long did the Holocaust last? What, 5 years or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. And slavery lasted, what, 400 years of just brutal, just torture and just mayhem for generations, you know, rapes, torture, just anything you can think of, because you gotta think, man, like we were property of these people, so they could do whatever they want, and they wouldn't go to jail, nothing. They could rape little kids and screw them in front of their parents, which did happen, and none would happen to them. So I don't know. I think you would say that slavery was the worst Holocaust that this world has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of slavery, but black slavery in particularly. But that's what Strange Fruit pretty much covered about the lynching and the stuff that happened to black folks back in those days. And Billie Holiday did that song, and it was controversial, and the government wanted her to stop singing it because, like, you know, they wanted to sweep it under the rug and act like slavery didn't exist, and you know, and act like, you know, lynchings never happened. And she brought that to the forefront. You know, all this torture that was happening to black people, and they were trying to plant drugs on her, bring her down. That part I didn't know. You know, of course, Billie Holiday. Of course, everybody knows, if you know anything about your black history, Billie Holiday had a huge heroin problem. She was, you know, heroin was the cocaine of its time back in those days. Especially, you know, I guess you would say she was a jazz musician. Jazz was the big thing in the early, you know, in the 40s and stuff like that, early 50s, you know, before rock and roll and Elvis came along in the mid 50s. Jazz became the it thing, and that's what Billie Holiday was all about. And a lot of jazz singers did heroin. I mean, Ray Charles, when he was young and in the 40s and the 50s, he was a heroin addict. But, you know, I didn't know, this movie did open my eyes to a lot of stuff. I didn't know that she shook her habit. She was able to get off of heroin and was trying to stay clean. But the government was trying to, you know, being that she did that song Strange Fruit, even when she stopped performing it, when they told her to stop performing it, or they, you know, she figured that, okay, maybe if I stop performing this song, maybe they'll leave me, you know, maybe the government will leave me alone and stop trying to put me in jail and plant heroin on me and stuff like that. They still was messing with her, just for her even making the song. They want to torture her and destroy her career, you know. And that's how, you know, like I said, the government, they want to act like slavery didn't exist, and they want to sweep under the rug. And all these white folks that control 93% of the nation's wealth want to act as if that, oh, we got all this money and all this property and all this land because we were just good, smart thinking and just hardworking people. You black folks should stay the same, should do the same. No, y'all got it from strong arming, torture, rape, and killing and pillaging to build this country, and kidnapping and slavery. So, you know, that's one thing to open my eyes about a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, you want to act like these white folks get these companies and all this money from just, you know, they're just so, they're just, you know, they're just savvy. You know, white people are just smarter, savvy business people than everybody. No, y'all have a thing called contracts where y'all can, if you don't read them, y'all can fuck around and have everybody's property and money, which is what they've been doing to people in the music industry and movie industry for white and black for years and years. So, you know, that's how you guys are able to accumulate all this wealth. This from doing some shady shit. Not because you're smart, just because you make the rules in your favor. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've learned. Y'all know, you know, a lot of white people aren't as smart and more intelligent than anybody else. But this is America, and they're going to paint themselves as that because they control the narrative. But I digress. That's the whole thing. But I don't digress because it actually goes into the whole thing with Billie Holiday. They were trying to paint her to be this junkie hood, you know, they was, you know, putting her with different men and all that kind of stuff. Like she was like this whore junkie Charlotte, you know, and she was nothing. She was trying to, you know, basically clear her name. Like, no, this is not me, you know. But being that she made that song Strange Fruit, which showed them in a bad light, now they're gonna flip the channel, which is the media, which they control. They're gonna show her in a bad light. Now that part I got in the film. But the film, towards the end, it just started kind of going all over the place. I was like, I don't know. Everybody did a great job, though. Like her camp, they had the girl from, she was a heavy set woman. She was in This Is Dolomite. She was good. The gay dude who was a hairdresser and her makeup person, he was good. Even they had old boy from Everybody Hates Chris. He did a good job. So, you know, everybody in the film the acting was good. I don't know, something about it. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I would say watch it. You know, watch the film. It's a decent film to watch. You can sit through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could watch it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad film, but it's just not a classic. It's just not memorable. You know, it doesn't have the same feel as like a Color Purple, or, movies like those movies for some reason. Color Purple, I'm talking about black, a lot of, I guess you would say black films. Color Purple, The Wood, what else? Most of all of John Singleton's films, from Rosewood to Higher Learning to, like, those films you can watch over and over. Boys in the Hood, of course, Poetic Justice. You can watch those films over and over again. All except for Poetic Justice, I didn't really care for. It was a decent film, but it was too much of a love story. It got boring towards the end. But certain films, man, I think you would watch movies like and also Baby Boy. Baby Boy was okay. I see Baby Boy as more of a comedy, even though it wasn't trying to be. But I would say those films, Baby Boy, and I would say what's the other one I said? Poetic Justice. Those films are more of a nostalgic of the '90s because of the music, the way the fashion. Tupac and Janet. Plus it was my era when I was in high school. Like, that was like, those films are like nostalgic. So you would watch those for that. But as far as like it being good, it wasn't really. Those films wasn't really good films to me. You know what I mean? But I'm a big John Singleton fan, huge fan of John Singleton. So Shaft to me was good. The the remake of Shaft, I think, was good with Samuel L. Jackson. Was dope. The first one. Second one was actually pretty good. The second one was actually, I think, better than the first one. To be honest with you, the one by Kenya Barris, that one was pretty good. But I don't know, movies nowadays, they're like one and done. Like, you watch them once, and you're like, if I don't ever see this movie again, like, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? So this film, I think, had that. If I didn't see this movie again, I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't care about, like, if they say, the movie can never be seen again, I'm like, okay, I've seen it once. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, movies, they don't have that thing. Like, for instance, and this is not just critiquing black films, but just all films in general. Goodfellas is my favorite movie. I think Goodfellas is like the perfect film. Goodfellas, man, I don't care. It's not one person who hasn't seen, or maybe not a lot of young people, but anybody over 35 years old has not seen Goodfellas at least 3 times. Coming to America is another film, and I haven't seen the second one, and I'm kind of scared to watch it because I'm hoping that it's not going to be horrible, because I mean, of course, it's not going to taint the first one, but a lot of times the sequel sometimes taints the first one when the sequel is horrible. But Coming to America is one of those films, man. It was just a perfect film. You know what I'm saying? That was another good film. And I don't know. I think a lot of these films are rushed. I don't know whether it's because they want to, I think now because of the internet, everything is streaming, and Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff now, that everybody's just trying to put out content as fast as possible before somebody else drops their film, and they lose the attention. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Black Panther. When Black Panther came out in 2018, I believe. It was 18. Yeah, I think it was 18. Came out in 2018. At the beginning, or I think towards the end, 2017, 18, I believe, when Black Panther came out. Black Panther, for like a month, or I would say like a month, everything was about Black Panther. So if you had a film coming out within that time frame, it got swept under the rug because the hype was all about Black Panther. So I'm thinking maybe that's what it is. These studios are being, because of streaming, internet, and because of everything, information is a lot more faster now. Media is a lot more fast now. Everything is so here today, gone tomorrow. I think these film people, and plus the attention span of people is like a second now. So if you don't capture nobody's attention within a couple of seconds or a minute. They're on to the next thing. So I'm thinking a lot of these studios or stuff are rushing films faster now. And because you can shoot video, a lot of these films are shot video, which I think is another reason why the quality is not so good. You don't have that same film quality that you had back in the day. That those films had when you can watch over and over again. Video, I think, kind of, this whole high def video thing, it makes it where people can shoot films faster now, put out films faster. And I think the time and the detail of putting the film out is not nurtured as much as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's trying to rush to get something out before the big thing drops, before they get swept under the rug. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get over. This dude is inching. He gonna mess around. This is what I hate about driving. They see you trying to get over there and they just want to speed up. He gonna mess me up, makes me lose my damn turn. I'm driving and trying to talk at the same time, man. And you gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention to the roads in LA because these people drive. Now he's slowing down again. He was flying, but now he's slowing down. Okay. LA, be prepared. If you're a good person, be prepared. You're gonna deal with a lot of assholes. LA is an asshole haven. So you gotta deal with female and male assholes out here. So anybody think about moving to California, brace yourself for the assholes. They'll test you. There's some assholes out here driving, walking. This is an asshole. I think California, Southern California is I've never been to Northern California, which I need to go. I'm a one to go to San Francisco for the longest. Haven't been. I think I'm gonna go on my birthday to San Francisco and spend a weekend in San Francisco and hang out there. See what's going on. Hopefully the pandemic is gone by the end. But yeah, be prepared. Asshole alert. This is the asshole capital. So a lot of assholes. Old, young. I even seen little kid assholes. There's some assholes out here. Anyway, Billie Holiday. I don't know, films, man. They just don't have the staying power like they used to, And like I said, I think it goes back to people are rushing to do films because they want to beat the hype. They want to catch the hype. You know what I mean? This film, I think Billie Holiday, people forgot about because everybody was it came out the same week as Coming to America, which I think was kind of messed up because all the hype is going towards the Coming to America sequel. Last week, it was all about Coming to America. Coming to America came out Friday of last week. So I've been holding off from hearing what people have been saying about it because I don't want people to taint it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to see for myself. So I've been seeing people putting up posts on YouTube about, giving their opinion and their reviews, which sometimes I watch those, but I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm going to watch Coming to America tonight. But I want to make sure that I'm focused on the film. I'm not distracted by anything. And I want to completely put my focus in this film. Because I'm an Eddie Murphy fanatic. I love Eddie Murphy. It's only two people that I wanted to meet. One person I met, it was a brief meeting. I shook his hand, said what's up to him. Michael Jackson, in passing. He was a bunch of people that was around, but Michael Jackson. So I met him for a millisecond. Me and him locked eyes. So I can take that with me. I met one of the greatest, if not the greatest entertainer in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Murphy. I never met Eddie Murphy. I shot video up in one time I was with TMZ, but of course it was full of paparazzi and photographers from different outlets that were there. So it was like a big thing. So it wasn't like a one-on-one thing, but I would love to meet Eddie Murphy in person. Eddie Murphy was the first person. I'm supposed to talk about Billie Holiday. I'm going off on Eddie Murphy now, but Eddie Murphy was the first person that I never forget. I was a little kid. It was Saturday night. I think I might have been maybe 5 years old. Maybe, I think I might have been. I don't think I was in school yet. I was about 5. And of course, I'm a kid. I've laughed before. I'm a kid. I had a happy childhood. I had fun. I've laughed, I laughed before. I've been tickled, before. But Eddie Murphy was the first person to make me cry laughing and had me laughing so hard that I couldn't breathe. I was 5 years old, and my uncles and my aunties and everything, they would, I was a little kid, they would, they tickle you up under your arms, and I would be, laughing and be cracking up laughing. Eddie Murphy was the first person that had me laugh like that without being touched. Not molested. I was, I didn't have, I'm saying touched as far as like tickled. It had me laugh like I was being tickled. He tickled me, and he didn't. I'm like, so it messed me up. Like, how can this man make me laugh and have me crying, laugh like I'm being tickled, and he's not even in the room? He's on TV. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. Like, I thought he had some kind of magic powers. I was 5 years old. I was like, wow. He had me. And I remember my mom walking. She's like, what's this? Because she never heard me laugh like that. I forget the skit. It was my first time seeing Eddie Murphy. I was gonna say he was young. I think he had just did Trading Places or something like that. He does something like that, or before he did Trading Places. I was a little kid, and I didn't know anything about this man. And I remember seeing him on Saturday Night Live, and he said, I don't know whether he was playing Gumby or James Brown, all the different little characters that he did on Saturday Night Live. Or I don't know whether it was Mr. Robin's Neighborhood. He plays, the hood version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I don't know if it was one of those, but I know it was a skit with him in it, and I was tickled laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing. And my mom had never heard me laugh like that. She walked in the room, and she was like, well, what you laughing at? What you got you so funny? And she so you watching this? Oh, okay, you watching it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that. She didn't know who he was then either. This is like the early 80s. I was a little kid. And I was crying. She's like, Mama saw me, and she said, you laughing your behind, dog. I was in there like, Mama, this dude is. I was like, I couldn't talk. And ever since then, I was obsessed with how this man made me laugh like that. And I was like, who is this guy? And I said, what show is this? I didn't even know what the show. I was just a little kid up late watching TV, cartoons that went off, of course. So this is back when they didn't have no Cartoon Network. So I watched a lot of TV when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And which is why I'm kind of messed up now, probably. But I was obsessed with that guy ever since then. I'm like, who is this dude that made me laugh like this? And I would tune in to Saturday Night Live. I'm pretty sure a lot of black people that were young back then, because you gotta think, this is before In Living Color, all that stuff. So there really wasn't nobody black like that on TV. This is before even the Cosby Show even came out. The Cosby Show wasn't even out then. This is how long ago this was. You gotta think, when the Cosby Show came out, Eddie was already doing movies. You know what I mean? So, this is before the Cosby Show. So, he was the man, and he was funny. He was good. It wasn't. He was just like this. He was like a token black guy. So let's throw this black guy in. You know what I'm saying? Just give us some. Like they do now. A lot of times they just put that one black person in stuff. Just to, just the one black person. Hollywood is racist as fuck, but yeah, this is the only black dude that was on TV, I think, at the time that and doing like sketch comedy or whatever, and who was good. He was good, and I remember ever since then I would look forward to Saturdays to be able to stay up late and watch Eddie Murphy. And I remember one time we would always go to my auntie house to hang out. Like on the weekends, and my mom's sister, my auntie, my mom's sister house, and older people cook. They would talk mess and stuff like that. And I'd be watching TV with my cousin, and I remember one time we was at my auntie house, and it was getting late. My mama refused to get a VCR, but see, back then VCRs were like, I know my auntie had one, my auntie and my uncle them had one, but I remember one time I was at my mom. We was over my auntie house visiting on the weekend, and they were talking, playing cards, stuff like that, talking. And we was over there late, and it was about to be I think SNL came on at 11:30, right after the news on Saturdays. And I remember one time my mama wanted to leave around 11:30, and Saturday Night Live was just getting ready to come on. I'm like, Mama, no, we can't go. Like, no, we ain't going. Like, we gotta go. Like, no, like, why would you wait till? If anything, we should have left at 10 o'clock. So that way we would have been at home by 10:30. You know what I'm saying? I would have had enough time. She wanted to leave right when the news was going on. Somebody's late, and your auntie want to go to bed. I'm like, Mama, don't leave now, because by the time we leave and get home, it's gonna be 11:30. I'm gonna miss a lot of Eddie. And I think SNL has always been like an hour show, and we didn't live that far from my auntie. Like, matter of fact, we were like maybe 10-minute drive. You know what I'm saying? I was so mad. Like, Mama, no, we can't leave now. Like, don't leave now. Like, you want to leave now? Like, you don't wait until it's Saturday Night Live. You knew I want to watch Eddie Murphy. And I was so mad. So she would let me sit down and we would watch 30 minutes of it. So, all right, now we got to go now. So I would watch a couple of sketches with Eddie. And then I started to notice that Eddie Murphy sketches were starting to get lower and lower. That's another story, y'all. I'm just rambling on. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this one about Eddie Murphy, because I want to watch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna continue this story on my Coming to America review. I'm supposed to be talking about Billie Holiday, but like I said, the movie didn't really, it did spark my interest in learning more about Billie Holiday. Like, I want to learn more about her upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Although I will say this, there was this one lady that was in this. She played her mom. Billie Holiday's mom was a prostitute. The lady who plays Billie Holiday's mom, I got a crush on her. I think she's probably married. I don't know if she's been in small films. She's had small roles in big films. She's an actress, black actress. The lady who plays her mom, I don't know, and she's a heavyset chick. I got a thing for cute heavyset women, especially sisters. But I got a crush on her. So if I ever get a chance to meet her, I'm gonna try to see. I'm a single man. I'm gonna try to give her my phone number. But anyway, she also played in Quentin Tarantino's film The Hateful Eight. She played Millie, who owned the haberdashery in The Hateful Eight. The Quentin Tarantino film. She played Millie. I liked her in that. I like her sass and her attitude, and she's cute to me. So, cute sister. So if you're watching this, I'm a big fan, baby. I'm gonna take you out. I'm in LA too. I'm pretty sure she lives out here somewhere. But anyway, but yeah, she was good. But yeah, and her mom wanted her to be a prostitute at 7. I'm like, that's what made me want to read her. Like, are you serious? She's like, I can't keep taking care of you, a woman now. No, she's not a woman. She ain't even had her period yet. She's 7 years old. She wanted her to sleep with men at 7 years old. I thought that was I was like, man, I gotta read. Is that true? I want to read her biography to see if that's even true. Like, that's crazy. Make this girl sell her body at 7 years old. Anyway, check it out for yourself. It's on Hulu, guys, if you get a chance. The Billie Holiday versus the United States film, Lee Daniels. Anyway, leave your comments. Let me know what y'all think about the film. Give me y'all comments about it. I want to know what y'all think. Talk to y'all later. Hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate it.